Manteca is coming up, and because of its desirability, I have decided to give you 4 of the best qualities about Manteca and why it should be ranked high on your list of cities if you're considering relocating out here to the Central Valley. By the way, I'm Andre, your Cali Valley realtor and area expert, giving you valuable content covering Central Valley cities, their new construction, and tips and tools for a successful relocation out here. So subscribe if you're interested, because I've done all the research for you, so you don't have to. Now, let's do this. Number 1 is affordability. Now, California ain't cheap, mostly along the coastal cities and the Bay Area, but in comparison to Bay Area cities, Manteca is a much more affordable alternative. The houses in Manteca are going to cost about half the price to even a third of the cost of what a similar house would be in the Bay Area. For instance, the average home value in San Jose right now in June of 2024 is $1.48 million, which is up 13% from a year ago, whereas Fremont is now at $1.6 million, which is nuts, and that's up 14% from a year ago. But let's look at Manteca. Manteca sits at a much more affordable $609,000. That's a huge difference, which means that houses in Manteca are much more financially accessible to everyone, mostly first-time home buyers. Now, if you work remotely, Manteca is a fantastic alternative to the Bay Area, and if you would end up being a commuter, it still may be justifiable to consider Manteca as an option, because a Bay Area salary with a Manteca living expense is a great way to improve your quality of life. Now, the commute certainly won't help your quality of life, but I have a solution for that as well. The Ace Rail train allows you to take the train into work in the Bay Area and work comfortably during your commute rather than having to miserably sit up in your car in commute traffic. I have a video breaking down the routes and benefits of this train as well on my YouTube channel, so check that out. Now, with that being said, Manteca definitely excels when it comes to affordability and why it's one of the best qualities about Manteca. Next, we're going to look at safety. Safety is important to all of us, mostly when you have a family, and this is where Manteca shines as well. Let's look at the stats from the crime in Manteca for 2022 that were released by the FBI in September of 2023. So these are the latest stats we have available. So if you take a look at the total number of violent crimes in 2022, based off of the measure of 100,000 people, Manteca would have about 267 violent crimes per 100,000 people. Now, when you compare the violent crimes in Manteca to the state of California, there's a significant difference. Our overall state has about 500 violent crimes per 100,000 people, and the national average is 370 per 100,000 people. So Manteca had about half the violent crime on average in comparison to the rest of the state of California, and about 100 less than the national average. These are great numbers. Now let's look at property crimes. Manteca had 1,888 per 100,000 people, whereas California had an average of over 2,300 and the national average was almost 2,000. So again, Manteca is safer than both our state and national averages when it comes to property crime. Therefore, the data tells us that safety is another one of the best qualities you'll find in Manteca as well. Number 3, it's employment opportunities. Manteca's job market and economy are flourishing. Manteca is seeing a rise in demand for skilled professionals across a variety of sectors, especially in logistics and healthcare. Additionally, the city actively supports entrepreneurship as well, and much of its successful job market is driven by several key industries. Logistics and distribution. Due to its close proximity to major freeways, it has become a major transportation hub and has numerous warehouses and distribution centers, which is creating a high demand for logistics specialists, warehouse associates, and truck drivers. The next industry will be healthcare. The city's growing population that's going to be creeping up on 100,000 soon is feeding the need for healthcare professionals, and opportunities exist in hospital clinics, senior care facilities, for nurses, doctors, therapists, and administrative staff. Now, another industry that's popping in Manteca is manufacturing. Several manufacturing companies exist in Manteca, providing jobs in production, engineering, and quality control. There's also plenty of agriculture, retail, and service industry opportunities in Manteca as well. This all adds up to employment being one of the top features in the city of Manteca as the city continues to expand and attract more businesses and high-end jobs. Number 4, another great feature of Manteca is its convenient location. Let me give you a quick rundown of all the various options of places you could go in just about a 2-hour drive from Manteca, just to prove to you how convenient this location is. Number 1, the historic Yosemite National Park, just around 2 hours away. Sacramento and its surrounding cities, about an hour and a little change. Skiing at 2 popular ski resorts, including Dodge Ridge and Bear Valley, about 2 hours away. San Francisco and Bay Cities, about an hour and a half. more than 10 highly ranked golf courses less than an hour away, 7 highly ranked casinos all within a couple hours drive, over 20 bike and hiking trails all within an hour's drive, 10 lakes and reservoirs all within an hour and a half or less, more than 30 highly ranked wineries all within an hour's drive, more than 10 highly ranked camping sites within an hour and a half or less, and not even counting everything I just listed, you'll find tons of things to do within an hour drive from Manteca that's all about the kids, plus the Great Wolf Lodge that actually sits in Manteca. This all makes up for great day trips or weekend getaways with the family. So if this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more info to know when thinking about relocating out to Manteca or surrounding cities. You got questions or comments or plan on moving tomorrow or 2 months from now, don't matter, hit me up, I'd be happy to take care of you. Until next time, I will see you in the next video.